Hey, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? Today, I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite Spider-Man characters, Venom. Just as a heads up, if you haven't finished Spider-Man 2, I will be talking a little bit about the story, so if you haven't played it, spoiler warning ahead. Otherwise, if you have played the game and you already know the story, then enjoy my video. In the comics, Venom gets quite a few weaknesses established. Some that I can remember off the top of my head are he's incredibly sensitive to high frequency noises. The clashing of metal pipes is one of my favorites. Look up Metal Pipe MP3 if you don't know what I'm talking about. And another weakness would be fire, which Venom does come across in Spider-Man 2, but it doesn't really affect him. Dude just tanks it. It's seen in a cutscene where he's literally just engulfed in flames and he's just light work, no reaction. Reading the comics, I did pick up on that. I was like, this isn't right, fellas. This article on CBR actually explains that. I'm gonna put a link in the description below if you guys want to check it out. It's titled, Spider-Man 2 Director Explains Why Venom is Impervious to Fire, Unlike in the Comics. They state, Marvel's Spider-Man 2 director reveals the simple, straightforward reason why one of Venom's key weaknesses wasn't adapted from the comics. Venom in Marvel's Spider-Man 2 is arguably more powerful than some of his versions in the comics, which depicted the character with multiple primary and largely unknown weaknesses. Spider-Man fans have maintained a love-hate relationship with Venom, arguably one of Spidey's best villains. The character has even transcended the big bad trope, as he has also been depicted as an anti-hero or unwilling ally to multiple protagonists in numerous story arcs. While the same cannot be said about the character's portrayal in video games. Venom's appearance is always welcome in any Spider-Man title. However, Spider-Man players likely notice that one of Venom's key weaknesses is missing in Marvel's Spider-Man 2. In an IGN interview, game director Brian Indahar, I'm positive I butchered that, my apologies, says that they fireproof the character for purely practical reasons. The game director says, fire doesn't hurt the symbiote and Venom in this game. Did you guys notice that? The game director admitted more, saying, so originally there was like 5 different weaknesses of the symbiote, and we were like, oh my god, how are we supposed to communicate all these different things? He considered the weight of a possible exposition dump, but it would interfere with the gameplay, so they decided to simplify the character's vulnerabilities. The director continues saying, we were like, you know what, for our universe, we're just gonna keep it high frequency sound. This is far removed from versions of the character in the comics, who was defeated many times by arch enemies or through his own undoing. The game director said they still had to explain in-game why Venom is impervious to fire, so as to not leave die-hard Spider-Man fans hanging. The director is quoted saying, someone was like, why is Harry not getting hurt by the fire? And it's like, if you notice in the Rescue Tombstone mission, Pete purposefully says, is the fire bothering you? And he goes, no, I don't feel anything, just so I can make sure that we cover our bases, he clarified. And there you have it, folks, the reason why Venom is impervious to fire in Spider-Man 2. I can definitely see how it would be a complete hassle to try to explain like multiple weaknesses in the game, so it definitely makes sense to just keep it at the high frequency noise, which is what most people who know basic like Venom lore are pretty well aware of. Fire again is one of them, but in this case they just removed it just to keep it simple. I for sure enjoyed everything they did with Venom and symbiote wise. As a fan of the comics, just seeing them drop character after character, like symbiote after symbiote, that was amazing. First we got Agent Venom, and then we got Scream, and then we got Anti-Venom. It's pure insanity. I was definitely enjoying it as I played the game, so I definitely didn't mind the impervious to fire for Venom. Anyways, did you guys notice that little detail about the fire in the game and how Venom was immune to it? Let me know what your guys' impressions were when you experienced it. And if you enjoyed this video at any point, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.